said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl, located on the fairgrounds in the heart of Dallas, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooners offense will have first crack at this one. Well, guys, last year, Texas got very little resistance from Oklahoma on the path to the playoff. A 21-point explosion in the second quarter. Horns never looked back. You got to think the Sooners and a hopefully retooled offense will be up to the task to mount a challenge today.
Yeah, I remember that last game. Quinn Ewers coming back from injury, struggled early in that game, threw a bad interception. But, David, they got the running game going. And Travion Wiseman absolutely went off. And if I'm Texas in this one, I'd expect them to want to run the ball some more.
Well, and everything got going. Remember, they even caught a ball. They fumbled it to the end zone. They still fell in.
Turning it on! They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Despite the upset of Alabama last season, Brent Venables' Oklahoma team took a step back, just its second losing season since 1998. That makes this season about Boomer sooner and not later.
They've got to get the quarterback position right. When you think Oklahoma, David, we think about guys like Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray and Jalen Hurts. They need to get that quarterback position solidified if they're going to make the next step in the SEC.
Well, and that's why you went to the transfer portal, got the #1 guy, got a new OC, like a lot of new faces in Norman, but how...
Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be calling on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Texas's offense will take the field for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And, Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw on the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the running back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pucks it out of the air. There he goes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Longhorns have taken it inside the 20. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. 8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Makes the catch, it's Ott. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Got it behind the line. It's Gibson. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The Sooners come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
He's got it. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got it set up on the outside. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
To the air, it's Manning. Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Caught in the backfield. It's Baxter. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have the nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Tight end now in motion. Rides the back on the option to give. Got the first down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy.
He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go.
Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got him in the flat. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
I'll tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're in defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Looking for room. It's Ott. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. makes one man miss. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Back to throw. It's Mateer. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Pulls and fires complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level, right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football, and we've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry. It gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch. It is absolutely crazy.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the air, it's Manning. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finds his tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the point after is good. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He'll try to do it himself. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going for the big play. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's got him this time. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds in the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Texas offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well,
and he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Wingo. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Manning. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, and he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the cut.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wants to throw again. Get it out on the screen. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4.
Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the first down here on 4th. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And Bevo's really starting to snarl right now, and he'd love to rub the Sooner Schooner's face right in it, David.
Yeah, they got it cooking. The Longhorns are looking good. In this rivalry game, you got half the crowd in this burnt orange, Jesse, that is going bananas right now.
Boomer Sooners got the weapons, though, guys, on offense. You've got the horses on the outside to turn this thing into a track meet. I know you're down here, but you can change this game. It just takes one play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Now the play fake. Still looking. Caught in the backfield, it's Gibson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to throw, it's Mateer. The short hands, it's Gibson. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Sooners will punt this one away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Might be looking to run. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Wingo. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Manning. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They had a
touchdown Longhorn! And the route is on. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ott. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He's got it. And the explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Mateer. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Motion from the back. From the gun on 3rd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Got a little space. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Burks. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Rush is on him. He's going to take off. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. He's going up top here late in the game. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We've got a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team following on the football.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Manning. Got his man. Got room at the 35. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quarterback running on the draw.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy.